Yellowstone fans, saddle up. This real-life ranch saga might just out-Dutton the Duttons. The boys are back on the McBee dynasty. While the Dutton family in Yellowstone might seem like real American cowboys, the McBee family is the real deal. Missouri might not be Montana, but the McBees are just as dramatic. Between legacies, legal troubles, and love, the McBee family and the fictional Duttons have a lot in common. The McBee dynasty premiered on Peacock in 2024 and has found a new home on Bravo for the second season. The show follows the titular McBee family as patriarch Steve McBee Sr. decides which of his sons will take over the ranch. Paramount's Yellowstone follows a similar path with far more problems, but just as many cowboys. The McBee family and their endless drama reminds me of Yellowstone, without all the murder, of course. Family is more important than anything for the Duttons and the McBees. The Duttons are one of the closest-knit families on television, save for Jamie Dutton, Wes Bentley, in the end. The McBees also ride or die for their family and ranch. There are 4 siblings, just like the Duttons. However, that is where their differences begin to show. The eldest is Steve McBee Jr., who has taken over a lot of the ranch in Season 2 and tends to act like a mix of the oldest, Lee Dutton, Dave Annable, and business-savvy Jamie. Cole McBee is on his way to becoming a father, but he is having trouble leaving behind his wilder ways, much like Case Dutton, Luke Grimes. The McBee siblings are all men, which differs from the Duttons, who have a tough-as-nails daughter, Beth Dutton, Kelly Riley, always prepared for a fight. Beth Dutton was ruthless and never rarely doubted herself. Although Jesse McBee might have Case's hair, he and youngest brother Braden McBee are still figuring themselves out. Then there is patriarch Steve McBee Sr. If anyone can compete with John Dutton, Kevin Costner, it is Steve McBee Sr. Steve is an opportunistic businessman, much like John. Both fathers would do anything to make their businesses profitable. Although McBee Farm and Cattle is smaller than the fictional Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, the company needs hard work and smart investors. Unlike John, Steve does not seem to have any political aspirations for him or his children right now, but both would do anything for their ranch. By anything, I mean anything. The law is catching up to the McBees. Fans of the McBee dynasty may have noticed the absence of Steve Sr. from the Season 2 trailers. Instead, Steve Jr. has taken over the duties of head of household, and matriarch Christy McBee has stepped in to deal with the emotional fallout. Steve Sr. is missing because, much like the Duttons in Yellowstone, not everything happening on the ranch was legal. Now, spoiler alert, the Duttons have killed a lot of people over the years. The McBee family is not on the hook for anything nearly that brutal. Instead, Steve Sr. has pleaded guilty to crop insurance fraud, for which he faces the possibility of 30 years in prison. Season 2 will seemingly follow the farm as the FBI investigates Steve Sr.'s illegal business practices. The McBee dynasty has a lot of problems with their land. Cowboys are the most obvious similarity between Yellowstone and the McBee dynasty. The McBee family owns a ranch and farm that operates year-round. Similar to Yellowstone's central conflict of not being able to pay for the land, the McBees, especially Steve Jr. and investor Galina Saltkovska, are constantly worried about how the family will pay for their land. One of the main conflicts between the McBee family and their hometown of Gallatin is that the McBee family bought out land that had been in the family for generations. The fact that the McBees own this land has made them pariahs in their town, but they always have each other's backs. For both the McBees and the Duttons, family is worth fighting for, even through financial and legal troubles. Although the McBees and the Duttons have notable differences, mainly that the Duttons are more intense than the real family, there is no shortage of drama on the McBee dynasty for Yellowstone fans. If you've been missing Yellowstone, then look no further than the real deal with the McBee dynasty. The McBee Dynasty Season 2 premieres Monday, June 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time on Bravo. Season 1 is available on Peacock. Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Got a question, opinion, or suggestion? Drop a comment below. I read all of them, and I often feature interesting ones in my next videos. And most importantly, for more exclusive boxing highlights and celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps us grow and keep bringing you awesome content. See you in the next video. Stay safe and take care.